What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with 10 minutes of news from your Taiwan and around the world. Starting off with coverage on Taiwan's upcoming local elections, voters are set to decide on whether to lower the voting age from 20 to 18. This referendum will be held along with local elections on November 26. There is broad support for the move, but as Liao reports, it might not be enough.
Taiwan's president addresses a crowd of young people. A photo of her at 18 flashes on screen. With that photo, President Taiwan is making a point, throwing her political weight behind the campaign to change Taiwan's constitution and lower the voting age to 18. In Taiwan, 18-year-olds can get married, they can stand trial as an adult, and they can even be called up to serve in the military. But the country's constitution says they must be 20 before they can vote for public representatives. It's one of just a handful of countries around the world with such a high voting age. In a nation often divided on political issues, lowering the voting age has rare broad support from politicians across different parties. But the public is undecided.
确实他们 跟以前比，能接触到的东西更多了。那有新的改变，台湾才会改变。
不重要，就是我觉得慢慢长大，就是你会比较有自己的想法。我觉得20岁差不多吧，18岁可能还有一点青涩。
It's a numbers game to reach the threshold for the referendum to pass. Constitutional amendments by referendum require 50% of the electorate to vote in favour of the change. That means 9.65 million voters need to approve it. None of the last 4 referendums passed in Taiwan due to a low voter turnout. And ultimately, whether Taiwan's youngest adults can have a greater political voice is down to the support of their elders, who already have full voting rights. Andy Xue and Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Reported instances of vote buying have increased in Taiwan this election season. Now that's according to a report by the Justice Ministry released shortly before Taiwan's local elections on November 26th. Prosecutors have already investigated thousands of cases. These include candidates offering bribes of up to $160, giving gifts of shampoo and instant noodles, and treating voters to lavish meals. The Justice Ministry is considering increasing the reward for people who report cases of vote buying. Democratic politics in Taiwan has long been built around a two-party system, leaving many people feeling as though their concerns are underrepresented. One group seeking a new political home is a collection of Taiwanese mothers looking to highlight the concerns of everyday families. Yu Jinghuang has more.
A child should have ears but no mouth. That's a common saying in Taiwan that suggests children should obey adults, no matter what. But this mother-turned-politician wants children to speak up. Zhang Shuhui is running for new Taipei City Council. She's representing the Taiwan Obasang Political Equality Party, which she co-founded in 2019. Obasang is a Japanese loanword that means older woman.
我觉得并没有以儿童人权为最主要关切的政党。 不同的背景，弱势者，尤其像小孩，他根本连选票都没有啊。那跟他有关的政策，要靠谁来反映？他就是弱势中的弱势了。
90% of the party's 104 members are women. In addition to promoting child-friendly policies, they also tackle issues like gender and equality. The party advocates greater recognition and support for non-traditional families.
那我们要怎么正常化的看待这些不同的家庭，包括了新移民或者是单亲，然后或者是同志家庭，它都是家庭的一个部分。那每一种家庭的形态，它都很完整。好，那学校的教育是不是准备好了这一块？其实我很关注。
But Taiwan's political system works against small political parties. In order to get government subsidies, a party has to win more than 3% of the vote during legislative elections. In the past decade, about 90% of subsidies went to the country's 2 biggest parties, the Democratic Progressive Party and the Kuomintang. That means candidates from small parties have to maximize their resources. The Obasang party saves labor costs by making things by hand. Their office, truck, and even stage are all sponsored by donations. It's almost impossible for small parties to compete at the national level. But in local elections for city and county councilor seats, they still have a fighting chance.
我们是复数选区，所以复数选区的话，还是让小党有一定的生存空间。所以我们看到每一次的复数选区的县市议员啊、乡镇市民代表选举的话，都会有很多小党踊跃的参选，因为它有当选的可能，也能够展现一定的所谓的多元声音。
The Obasang Party hopes it can appeal to women who feel let down by Taiwan's current politics, like this voter.
那当时因为我本身是一个医生，那我是辞职顾小孩。那我看到很多现在的政策，我会觉得有一个很遗憾的地方，是我发现我们这个政策的背后是要求一个父母，你必须永远得在工作跟家庭、在育儿跟事业之间做一个2选1。那我看到这些主会带领的这些妈妈啊、小孩，他浩浩荡荡出来参选的时候，其实那时候我非常震撼，就是我知道原来我们不用2选1。
Many of the Obasang candidates ran in Taiwan's last local elections in 2018 as independents. Even without party backing, they managed to get more than 3% of the vote. The party says this shows there's a market in Taiwan for their ideas. And elected or not, they've already made their voice heard. As women, as mothers, and as citizens in a democratic society. Howard Zhang, Patrick Chen, Andy Shea, and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
More and more hikers have been unexpectedly running into legal trouble with Taiwan's military. The problem arises when they accidentally stray onto a military site in the southern city of Kaohsiung. Eric Gao explains.
A rescue operation for trapped intruders. 2 hikers accidentally wandered into a military base in the mountains of Kaohsiung in southern Taiwan. They had to be saved by emergency services after getting stuck on a cliff. Rescue workers say the area was hazardous and difficult to reach.
当时的坡度它属于有2段，那第一段的话，它大概差不多75度，接近80度左右。那第二段的话是已经是90度的一个地形。
The hikers say they had been exploring the nearby areas and that they hadn't meant to intrude onto military grounds. But officials say there are plenty of signs around to warn people away from restricted areas.
进入登山口，你只要沿着步道行走，不要岔入这个路旁的小径，那是就不会有这个走到军区的这样的状况。
There have been almost a dozen such intrusions this year at this base alone. The 2 hikers are now facing prosecution for trespassing on the military site, a strong legal reminder to keep an eye out for the signs.
Taiwan's Forestry Bureau is using wood from tree plantations to create carbon-negative furniture. The goal? Supporting local industry while cutting down on harmful emissions. Stash Butler reports.
Stools made from various trees native to Taiwan hang in the air above a map of the country formed from 17 kinds of wood chip. Everything here is made from plantation wood, meaning it's carbon neutral or even carbon negative.
我们这边所使用的这些国产木材都是人造林的国产木材，所以呢，材料本身它就是一个固碳的材料，所以当我们在使用它的时候，是把这个大气里面的这些二氧化碳，透过材料的部分把它吸附二氧化碳，形成木材，然后为我们所用。
The exhibition is the result of a collaboration between the Forestry Bureau and National Taipei University of Technology. And the Bureau wants the people of Taiwan to embrace this kind of artisanal, sustainable product.
我们希望推动生活林业，那也就是让人工林里头，不管是木材或者是其他的这些非木材的物质，或像精油，能够进入到我们台湾每一个人的生活层面里头。
Officials hope they can boost demand for the products and, in turn, bring down carbon emissions towards Taiwan's net zero goal. The show launched here in Taipei is a small but meaningful step towards that more sustainable future. Patrick Chen and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.